Hey, family. So I just got done watching episode 10 of Dexter, and it's titled Justice for All. And what an amazing season finale. I'm going to say season finale. Episode 9 is ends off on a cliffhanger where Prater has shot Batista. Batista dies, says F you, Dexter, and they lock the door on him. So you kind of pick up right off of that. Prater says, hey, this is the rule of three. 3 minutes of oxygen, which he has. 3 days for water, 3 weeks for food. So he's saying in 3 days, he's dead. We'll sweep him under the rug, keep it pushing. He's like, I got a whole party I got to go to. Uma Thurman is like over there kind of disgusted about the whole antics of this. She always knew it was kind of sick, but this brother didn't kill the cop. So she's expressing her concern like, listen, you have all of the police downstairs and you just killed a cop. If this is not going to end well, Prater believes because he has money and power, he can buy whatever he wants to buy. So he goes down there, man, he's mingling with the cops as if he just did not kill a cop. And so Prater goes in there, mingles, and says, hey, I'm putting up $2 million, and then whatever you guys raise, I'm going to match it, right? So they're raising money for the police. And so the detective is there. Her partner, she is so cold. They ain't gonna smile. She's really not happy to be there. Like, she's ready to go. And she's just kind of like, listen, how long I gotta be here? Kind of just dip out. So Dexter is struggling. Dexter's like, man, this may be the end. And we get the little ghost version of his brother, the ice truck killer. What a great nod to season one. We haven't really seen him. He did some flashbacks in the series, but just that whole seeing him saying you should have went down the path with me. Look what your dad's path has kind of got you in. Now you're stuck. Dexter is refusing that he's going to die in this vault. He's not taking this as an option. And so as he's trying to figure some things out, he stumbled upon some documentations that he's documented on everybody. I mean, he got files on everybody. So this guy has done his due diligence on it, and he has a lot of fail safes, a lot of kill switches in place for anybody he's ever dealt with, including Uma Thurman's character. And so Dexter sees this and knows that he has a little bit of leverage with that character. And so he hears a phone ring. It's Batista's. Batista had his phone on him. They did not remove the phone, so the phone is in the vault. It's Quinn. Quinn's calling him, trying to figure out why is he in New York, and he want him to come back home to Miami to figure some things out. And I think the way this could trigger Quinn, if they do a season 2, if he was up to it, Quinn could be now coming up there to find out what's going on because Batista's dead. And so this could trigger Quinn being involved in season 2. I think that might have been an Easter egg of having Quinn call. I don't know if Quinn's the captain per se, but I think Quinn, because at this point he would have the most sorority, I would imagine. Him and Mazuka. But Quinn on the detective side probably has the most sorority. And so he may not be necessarily the captain, but he's probably somebody they lean heavy on. So I could see Quinn getting involved now because of Batista's death. So he calls Harrison, and he has a moment where he hears Quinn's voice, and Dexter hasn't heard Quinn's voice in probably 10 years, right? We've seen Quinn earlier in the season. That's just a thing he did intimate with Batista and Mazuka, and he was just telling him he's retiring, he's leaving. But Dexter and Quinn have not interacted in over 10 years. And Dexter and Quinn always had a checkered history. I think kind of as the season progressed, they respected each other. But remember, Quinn really thought something was up with Dexter too. Quinn kind of was feeling at one point that Dope's role. He was feeling that Dope's role. He thought something was up. He had RoboCop. Remember, Peter Well investigate him in season 5, I think that was. So Quinn was never the biggest Dexter fan to begin with. He just couldn't find nothing to stick on Dexter, and then of course he ended up dating Deb. So I think he just got to the mentality of just getting along to get along. And so the only really, person that really went to bat for Dexter was Batista. And now Batista is, at the end of episode 9, he realizes this guy is terrible. He's, in Batista's eyes, he's evil. And so he doesn't see the vigilante side that Dexter was hoping that he would see. So he calls Harrison, tells Harrison, listen, I'm in a pickle. Harrison gets that job opportunity. He says, listen, I'm coming in. And he starts working it, and he helps him and his dad kind of convise a plan to get him out. Dexter figures out this 8-digit code. It is the guy who killed his parents. It's his prison number. And that's the code that gets him out. So when he gets out of there, Dexter being Dexter, got to get some things. He cannot let some stuff go, even though he could have let go, walked away, and disappeared in the night. That ain't Dexter's MO. Dexter got to get Prater for what he did to Batista. He got to get him. And so they devise a plan. Prater catches Harrison, puts a gun to him. And so when he calls to make sure Harrison's safe, Prater picks up the phone. All right, now, Prater, you was really about to die for what you did to Batista. You done certified, guaranteed it. Prater is now addicted to killing. He admits to having the taste, the itch. That shooting Batista triggered something in him, being around in that environment for so long. But now he partakes in what the urge is. And now Prater has become a full-blown serial killer. He's fully embracing this lifestyle. As someone who's already a fan of it, that now has went to the next level. You can imagine the damage and with the power that he has. So he gets tied up onto the Dexter's table. Harrison gets free, and Dexter's going for the classic, cutting the cheek and putting the blood slide. And Dexter pulls back. Prater's like, I knew you couldn't resist all this money. He's guaranteeing power, guaranteeing all this other stuff. And Prater is under the perception that Dexter has given in. And Dexter says, no, I do that as trophies to remember, but I choose not to remember you. And he kills Prater. And he gives him the classic Bay Harbor Butcher style, cuts his body up and throws him into the river. And so we see Dexter at the end of this episode back on a boat, throwing the bodies over there. That's a nod to the original series that we haven't seen in so long. We didn't see that in New Blood, and we haven't seen it here in New York. He was disintegrating bodies, which is probably a better avenue of getting rid of disposing bodies than dumping them in the river. And so he dumps Prater in the river. So Prater is the first body, since season 8, where someone gets dumped in the river. Such a great callback. Dexter is free and clear. No one suspects him. He's talking about how when he has these urges that he's going to lean on his son, and that his son was going to fill that role of Deb. We know Harrison's about to get into law enforcement, and so this could be a lot of interesting angles and twists that they could do with it. Episode 10 was amazing. So listen, we're going to give a rating and reviews on the whole season on here too. So keep a lookout for that. But episode 10 was amazing.